Hey everyone, welcome back to another perfume video. I hope you're doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to go through my top 10 sexiest perfumes that I have in my collection. Before we get started with the video, get yourself comfy, grab yourself a wee drink if you would like to. Today I am sipping on some Lady Grey tea. It's a new one that I'm trying. It's kind of like Earl Grey, but it has more of a citrusy kind of nuance to it. So I'm having this with some milk and sugar. And also, before we start, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a wee like and subscribe so that you never miss a future perfume video. So the first incredibly seductive fragrance I'm going to talk about today is this beauty here, Nuit Intense from the house of Givenchy. Now this fragrance is just absolutely incredible, you guys. It's really taken my collection by storm ever since I first purchased it. In the top notes we have black pepper, in the middle notes we have tuberose, sesame and orange blossom, and in the base notes we have vanilla, patchouli and also vetiver. Now overall, to me, this is a very beautiful, creamy, tuberose and vanilla kind of fragrance with a lot of sweetness coming from the orange blossom, I believe, and a really kind of interesting, unique twist with the sesame notes as well. To me, this fragrance, although it's very smooth and quite likable, it's extremely intoxicating at the same time. So I feel like for maybe a date night or for an intimate sort of occasion, this fragrance would be really perfect. I just really enjoy this one. It's extremely feminine to me. Really easy to wear, very, very addicting, Moorish, and it kind of reminds me of a black sesame mochi dessert, actually. So in many ways, this is almost kind of gourmand to me. Although I'm not sure if others would consider it to be like a gourmand, but it does really remind me of that dessert. So it kind of is a gourmand to me in some ways. This fragrance is just absolutely beautiful. I think it's definitely one of the most like sensual, seductive perfumes that I have in my collection, and I absolutely adore it, you guys. I do kind of regret purchasing like this smaller size. I definitely wish I'd sized up. And I think when it comes to repurchasing this fragrance, I would purchase maybe the 50ml or the 90ml. So that is the gorgeous Nuit Intense from the house of Givenchy. Next up today we have this beauty here from the house of Juliana's Perfume, A Night to Remember. Now this fragrance is beautiful, you guys, seriously. It's a dupe for Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, and to me this basically smells like a creamy, powdery combination of marshmallows and also roses and orange blossom. So it's absolutely beautiful, super sweet, pillowy soft, a little bit powdery, and very alluring, seductive. I feel like it would be perfect for either a date night or maybe like an intimate sort of evening in, that type of thing. If I was to wear this fragrance on an evening in, I would probably just spray like a light misting of it. I wouldn't spray too much because it is really quite strong. But if I was going out, maybe somewhere nice for drinks of an evening or a date night, that kind of thing, I would spray just like my usual amount. It's the kind of fragrance though, like it is quite strong, so if I was going to be in close proximity to somebody else, I would probably just spray like a light misting in the air and just sort of like walk through it, so it was a subtle hint of the fragrance as opposed to it being kind of overpowering, if you know what I mean. But it's absolutely stunning, you guys. Definitely very feminine, very sweet. But for some reason, I don't find this one to be overbearing or cloying or anything like that. I feel like the level of sweetness in here, it's just very well done, and it's very well suited to that the texture of the fragrance, that marshmallow-like quality that this has. It's really beautiful. I really enjoy this one. And it's definitely a very sensual, seductive scent indeed. And that is A Night to Remember from Juliana's Perfume. By the way, you guys, please excuse the bits of fluff that are everywhere. I just bought these new pamphis grass plants here, and they do shed quite a lot. And they're kind of new, so I feel like they're shedding more at the moment, and hopefully that'll calm down later on. But if you notice bits of fluff everywhere, it's just from my new pink pamphis plants there. So next up today we have this stunning fragrance in my collection, Narciso Poudree, and I really cannot say enough good things about this one, you guys. If you've been following my channel for like a wee while, you'll probably remember me mentioning this quite a few times, just because it is one of my favourite go-to comfy fragrances in my collection. I really do prefer fragrances that are easy to wear, my easy reach type of scents, and this is definitely one of those. I would say it's also very, very sensual, alluring, and seductive. So to sum up, this fragrance is a sweet, powdery, woody and musky scent with floral nuances, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's perfect for those days when I want something sweet, but I want something that smells quite natural at the same time, and I don't want anything that's going to be too overbearingly sweet or synthetic smelling. This is that perfect, natural, subtle level of sweetness. There's a perfect balance of woody, musky, and floral notes in here, and it's just absolutely beautiful, you guys. I feel like it would be perfect for any occasion really, but particularly if you're having a cozy evening in with your partner or even a date night, anything like that, this is an ideal kind of fragrance because it's not too loud, it's not too in your face, anything like that. It's a soft, kind of cozy, alluring, the kind of fragrance that would draw someone closer to you, if you know what I mean. It's just absolutely stunning, a really cozy, radiant and feminine scent indeed, and that is Narciso Poudree from Narciso Rodriguez. Next up today we have this beauty right here, Angel Eau de Toilette from Mugler. And I have been talking about this one a lot on my channel. It's really taken me by surprise actually, just how much I've been enjoying this one. Now, there are quite a lot of fruity notes in here, I believe. I'm just going to put it down actually because it's quite heavy. So you have red berry notes in here as well as apple. I believe you have the praline as well, a little hint of patchouli, and I'm just trying to remember what else is in here actually. Maybe vanilla as well. Overall, it kind of reminds me of powdered cocoa with like a light, airy, fruity kind of feeling. It reminds me of hot chocolates with maybe some fruits on the side. And overall, it's a beautiful, fluffy, sweet, feminine, pretty kind of scent, you guys. So easy to wear, so sensual, the kind of fragrance that'll just draw somebody closer to you. And it has this like very soft presence. It's not really got anything punchy in there. It's just very, very smooth, cloudy, pillowy, soft, airy, that type of thing. And it's just absolutely beautiful. I think it would be perfect for either like a cozy night in, an intimate sort of occasion, anything like that. It is also a very comforting scent, you know, so for all it's very sensual and even seductive, everything like that, it is also a very comforting and cozy type of scent. So it is quite versatile overall, I would say, and I just absolutely love it. And that is the gorgeous Angel Eau de Toilette from the House of Mugler. Next up today, we have the absolutely stunning fragrance in my collection, La Nuit Tresor à la Folie from the House of Lancome. Now, how absolutely stunning is this bottle, you guys? I feel like this bottle reminds me of like Valentine's. See, there's a bit of that fluff stuck to the bottle as well. Yeah, it just reminds me of like a bouquet of roses, diamonds, Valentine's Day, all of those kind of things. It's just absolutely stunning. Now, the notes of this fragrance, we have red currants, pink pepper, pear and bergamot in the top notes. In the middle notes, we have rose, violet, peony, and jasmine. And in the base notes, we have bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, nutmeg, ambroxan, patchouli, and also woody notes. Overall, to me, this fragrance reminds me of baking, maybe like baking with a hint of spice, so maybe it's Christmas baking. It also kind of reminds me of like Christmas markets, mulled wine, things like that. So it does have kind of almost a festive feeling to it. But with that being said, I totally love wearing this one all year round. Maybe just coming from the nutmeg, the slight spicy nature of this, it kind of almost reminds me of like Christmas baking and things like that, which is really very cozy and comforting. But like I say, I do enjoy wearing this fragrance all year round regardless. In my opinion, this fragrance is a really stunning example of a unique vanilla fragrance. So as much as it's very vanillic, it does have those kind of berry nuances in there. It's kind of powdery as well from the violets. It's got a really interesting, like, note composition, basically. It's unlike anything else I've come across, actually. To me, this is an extremely cozy, sensual, and alluring vanilla fragrance with those interesting kind of fruity nuances in there and a kind of whimsical, dreamy, powdery sort of feeling as well, coming from some of the florals. It's just absolutely stunning, you guys. I mean, it's quite a soft fragrance, like it's nowhere near the same strength as the original. So from that point of view, I do think it would make a really perfect fragrance for a cozy evening in, a close-up encounter, that type of thing. It's not really going to be an overwhelming, obnoxious kind of fragrance. It's very soft, diffused, alluring, sensual, very, very feminine to me, quite easygoing as well, but just very, very sexy, you guys. It's a very sexy fragrance indeed. I just absolutely love it. I've worn quite a lot of this one, as you can see. I might try and start wearing less of this actually, because I have heard that it's being discontinued, unfortunately. I'm guessing maybe like the new release from this line, the La Nuit Tresor Intense, I'm guessing that one will be kind of like replacing this, seeing as it's in a very similar looking bottle, like the red kind of bottle, and it just seems as though that one will be replacing this. I think it's quite a shame, to be honest, because I really do love this fragrance. Like, in the last few years, I've talked about this one so much. It really has been quite an inspiration for me, so it's a real shame that they're discontinuing it, but, you know, what can you do? But anyway, that is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. Such a stunning, soft, sweet, vanilla and fruity, woody, slightly spicy kind of fragrance. Just absolutely divine, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of this one. I know quite a few of you who have mentioned to me, those of you who have purchased this one, you have said that you really liked it as well. Like, from what I've gathered, many of you also enjoy this one. So let me know what you think, but to me this is just a very, very sensual fragrance. You know, just very, very sensual and alluring. And that's next today we have the beautiful Nuit et Confidence from the house of Goutal. Now this is a stunning vanilla fragrance, another vanilla scent actually. But this one, it's really nice and soft, sensual. It's not really in your face. It's not too strong, anything like that. To me, this is kind of like a gooey, like cozy, warm vanilla scent with a little hint of incense in there to kind of balance it out, and it has a little bit of depth as well. Like, it's kind of interesting. It does have a little bit more to it from the woody notes and from the incense. Like I say, it's quite a soft fragrance, so I think it would be ideal for like a close encounter, that type of thing. It's not really too in your face. This fragrance is just a really nice, addicting, irresistible vanilla scent. I can't imagine anybody disliking this, particularly if you already enjoy vanilla. I just can't see anyone really disliking it because it's so likable in my opinion. Very soft, very mild, I suppose, not really sharp or in your face at all. It's very, very smooth, well blended, with a really beautiful level of sweetness in there as well. So that is Nuit et Confidence, a nice, mild, soft, sensual vanilla scent, perfect for a cozy evening in. Next up today we have the extremely flirtatious and seductive scent Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. Now, in my opinion, this is just one of the best like date night scents I have like in my whole collection. It's so feminine. It's such a celebratory fragrance. It's really bright and sparkling, but it also has a lot of depth to it with those woody notes, with the rose, the saffron. It's just absolutely stunning, you guys. If you've ever tried Oud Bouquet from Lancome, it does kind of remind me of that fragrance, but this one is much easier to wear. It's a bit more lighthearted and youthful and things like that. So that would give you an idea of what this one kind of smells like. It's incredibly beautiful, really, really flirty, fun, bubbly, and it's just that kind of playful, irresistible kind of scent, perfect for a date night or for a cozy evening in. and that is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. Just going to move this tray a wee bit so we can see it better. Next up today, I actually have a really stunning layering combination to show you. So I'm counting this as one fragrance, even though it's two individual perfumes. So that is Elie Saab Girl of Now, and also my Alien Eau de Parfum. So these two fragrances together, you guys, really smell a lot like Alien Essence Absolue. And it's just such an intoxicating, sensual, sexy combination, seriously. Perfect for a date night. It's kind of one of those killer combinations, like a secret weapon in my collection. It really is beautiful. Let me know if you've tried these two together, but seriously, if you own both, I would really encourage you to try layering them together because they smell incredible, and like I say, it smells like 90% similar to Alien Essence Absolue. To be honest, these two layered together, although they are similar to Alien Essence Absolue, in many ways I almost prefer the smell of these two together over the original Alien Essence Absolue, which I have tried and it is very nice. But the thing is, the original Alien Essence Absolue, it has a slight medicinal quality in there. It has a slight, don't know if you'd call it a harsh quality or just like a punchy kind of nature to it. But these two together, it's incredibly smooth. You know, you don't have any harsh edges in here whatsoever. It's just this smooth, velvety, seductive, intoxicating combination, you guys. I mean, I really cannot rate it enough. It's incredible. It's very memorable as well. Like, it's the kind of fragrance it would leave like a lasting impression. It's not, you know, it's not the kind of fragrance that you would just forget in a hurry, that's for sure. So to me, these are just incredibly like seductive together. Very bold, feminine, powerful, intoxicating. And of course, there is a sweetness in there because this fragrance is incredibly sweet. To me, the original Alien is also sweet, like in its own way, but for some reason, like when you wear them both together, the sweetness is incredible. Like, you might think it would be too sweet in some ways, but it's actually not. Like, they balance each other out perfectly well, and it smells absolutely to die for. Very intoxicating, sensual, and magnetic. This wasn't really like my idea. This was actually a suggestion from one of my wonderful subscribers. And oh my gosh, you guys, honestly, one of the best layering combinations like I've ever tried, and I would really recommend that. Next up today, we have the absolutely irresistible Juliette Has. This fragrance is absolutely incredible, you guys. In the top notes, we have raspberry, geranium, and neroli. In the middle notes, we have tuberose, iris, orange blossom, and jasmine. And in the base notes, we have vanilla, caramel, sandalwood, heliotrope, white musk, and also patchouli. What I mainly get from this fragrance is a kind of powdery and woody nuance with a really nice sweet creamy nature as well. So I'm guessing that might be coming from like the tuberose, the iris, the sandalwood. I do also get that caramel in here, like a nice sweet sort of accord running throughout this fragrance, and maybe a slight crisp tartness from the raspberry, just kind of in the opening. But overall, I would say this is a very smooth and creamy, yummy fragrance. If you already like Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette, you're probably going to like this one as well, because to me there are quite a few similarities between the two fragrances. I probably prefer this one though over Hypnotic Poison. This one has slightly more going on in there, and I feel like the powdery florals, as well as the tuberose, it really gives it a nice substance in there, and it just kind of feels a bit more of a substantial fragrance, more so than Hypnotic Poison Eau de Toilette. And it's just absolutely stunning, you guys. Really sensual, really alluring, quite versatile as well, actually. I mean, for all this would make a stunning date night scent or like a cozy evening in, you know, I think you could wear this day to day as well, no problem. And it's not really making me think of any particular season either, so it's quite a versatile perfume. Definitely very sexy, that's for sure, and I absolutely love this one. So that is Juliette Has. And next up today, we have the beautiful Black Opium from YSL, of course. I just absolutely love this one, you guys. It's one of my like go-to easy reach fragrances that's also extremely sensual and it's a very sexy fragrance, you know, very, very feminine, nice and sweet. You've got that vanilla and coffee in there with kind of a fruitiness from the pear as well, the pink pepper, kind of powdery as well. I believe there's licorice in here, so it does have a nice depth to it as well. Quite intoxicating actually, and very, very likeable in my opinion. This is one of those like never fail fragrances. It's quite a mood lifter as well. It makes me feel great about myself. Let me know if you've tried the new Illicit Green from this line. Let me know if you'll be picking that one up, because I've not tried it on my skin yet, but I have tried, like, I've sprayed some of that onto like a card and I smelled it, and at first I sort of thought it smelled too similar to the original, but actually I kind of found myself going back to it again and again, like sniffing the card, and I think I actually quite like it. I'm noticing like the differences between the green one and this one the more that I smell it on the card, if you know what I mean. It almost smells a bit more interesting in some ways, like with the fresh nature in there, with the creamy fig. Like, it's quite an interesting fragrance, but like as a first impression I did think that it just smelled basically the same as the original, but like I say, the more I go back to it and smell it again, I'm noticing more differences. So let me know if you'll be picking that one up. Let me know if you think I should try it on skin and give it like a good chance and see if I will add it into my collection, because for a while I was considering purchasing the extreme version, but I kind of feel like maybe the green one would be better going into spring and summer, seeing as it's like a slightly fresher version, and the extreme is a bit more like deep and intoxicating. So I don't really know if I would get much use out of that going into the warmer months. So yeah, I'd appreciate your thoughts on which Black Opium I should maybe add to my collection next, the green one or the extreme. I did try the neon, like the pink one, and it is quite nice, but it's definitely not for me. So I won't be picking that one up. The fruity nuance in there of the neon, it made me feel slightly nauseous, and I found it actually a bit too sweet in like a fruity way. So I wasn't really a fan of that one, although I can appreciate that it's a nice scent, you know. But anyway, the original Black Opium here, this is actually my second bottle of this fragrance. I've pretty much finished my first bottle. So when I repurchased it, I thought, why not get the nice like limited edition packaging? I do really like this. I think it's really cute. It kind of goes really nicely with my pink pamphus plant there. But like I say, this is kind of just one of those never fail, easy reach, feminine, sexy perfumes that's a mood lifter. It's just kind of a never fail type of scent, and just such a good one, you guys. I feel like it's a bestseller for a good reason, and that is the gorgeous Black Opium Eau de Parfum from YSL. So there we have it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Those were my top 10 sexiest perfumes that I have in my collection. To be honest, I could have gone on, like I could have mentioned more. I was tempted to actually mention a few more perfumes, but I tried to keep it just to the 10 to keep things simpler. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. It's always so nice to chat to you guys. And if you liked the video, don't forget to press like and click that little subscribe button below so you'll never miss a future video. Thanks again for watching, take care, and I can't wait to see you again very soon on my next one. Bye!